guys and gals, welcome to today's project. What we got going on today? We have a continuation of our drivetrain replacement on our 81 Chevy El Camino Karman. So what do we got going on? We got our motor put together, minus the distributor and carburetor. We got that baby sealed up, ready to go. Let it sit overnight with our RTV and all our sealants and good stuff, so we know that's good to go. All right, let's flip you around. Whoop! All right, now we're in the engine bay. We scuff this up, scrape this down. Got this baby cleaned up. Upon further investigation, let me pull you off here. We found our power steering box was leaking profusely. So luckily for us, I had another one that I have off Medusa, our neighbor here. Don't worry guys and gals, Medusa's getting a whole different front setup, so we won't need that power steering box on that baby. You'll notice my fuel pump here, I got this hanging upside down. Just take an opportunity here with all this out of here. We're going to spruce this up. We're going to take our old rattle can and give this baby a little fresh treatment. No sense in putting that purdy motor in there with a dirty old engine bay. So, a little elbow grease, a little scuffy. We're going to get this baby painted up. We'll click you back on when it's done. Alright guys and gals, I'm going to show you a little trick I learned. I don't know exactly where I got this, the Home Baking Network. I'm not sure. But, if you ever got parts you don't want to necessarily remove, you just wrap them up like good little cooking biscuits. And guess what that's going to do? That's going to protect them for you, for your overspray, all your goodies. This works with wires and everything else. And it's cheap. So you don't mind throwing it away. I tell you what, tape these days is not cheap. So, anywhere you can save some money, neat little trick. Get your job done. It's like a hot dog. Do this on our wires if you want to protect. Now be mindful, I do have my battery disconnected. You don't want to just go wrapping up all your electrical stuff with aluminum foil. That might not work out for you. So we're going to get this all wrapped up. We're going to hit this with a fresh coat, semi-gloss black. We'll click it back on when we're done. Alright guys and gals, now you can see we got our car protected from any kind of crazy alien invasions that might happen here in the near future. No, just kidding. Aluminum foil, great stuff. Sticks, you don't have to tape it, wrap it around, whatever you need. Keeps everything protected. This makes this job a lot quicker, a lot more feasible to do on a short time crunch. So what do we got here? Oh man, real exciting. Low gloss black. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're just going to spruce this baby up. Give it a fresh coat. Get ready to drop our motor back in. guys and gals, you can start to see what a difference that makes. Set your frame up here. I did not paint that part because that actually sits underneath the collar for a power steering pump. Guys and gals, we're going to let that flash off and get our second coat put on. Alright. Woo! Alright guys and gals, we got our power steering box replaced. I wanted to put a coat of paint behind it before I put the new one in there. New one, used one from Medusa. Thanks Medusa. Anyhow, now we're going to get this covered, one last coat, get this baby ready to put our brand new motor in our 1981 Chevy El Camino Karman. We'll click you back on when we're ready. Alright guys and gals, got old Morty here. Beanie, what are you doing? Getting a drink? Alright, get a drink. Alright, we got our second coat on. Getting this baby all prepped and ready. We'll come back and take our alien protection, I mean aluminum foil overspray protection off. Get this baby ready for our fancy, shiny little motor. Can't wait. No, I guess the dog's over it. She's leaving. Okay, anyhow, we're going to let this dry. We're going to get our cherry picker set up. Oh, yeah. I didn't forget. Card plate this time. Woo! That was sketchy last time. We don't want to take that chance again. All right, so we'll get that hooked up. Get this ready. Get this baby put back together. We'll click you back on when we're there. Alright guys and gals, we got this baby up on the cherry picker. Let's see if we can get this put in. Here we go. Baby wants to be in there, guys and gals. Look at that. That just slid right in there. I mean, almost perfect. All right, can't beat that. We'll click it back on once we get this baby set up. All right, guys and gals, we got our tranny on our tranny jack. Got our old one out. Our old motor sitting here. Old transmission sitting there. See if we got enough height to get this baby in. Save you trouble watching me struggle with this guy. And we'll click you back on once it's in the car. Alright guys and gals, my helpers are a little tired. So let's check with what we got here. Got the motor in, got the trans in, got the power steering, all our front drive accessories on, got our lines hooked up, got our heater hoses started, got to tighten all that stuff up, fuel pump back in, fancy radiator cap. Let's get down underneath here. Yeah. Looking good. Looking good. All right. Maybe you can actually see. I had to make a new cross member. This the factory one was just not doing it for me, guys and gals. So we got this one made up. It's a universal deal for street rods. Probably had it shop here 20 some years. Finally gonna get to use it. What do you say, Morty? I'm gonna get me a better oil filter before we go. Getting this thing fired up. Just had that on there, keep dust out. Alright guys and gals, we'll click it back on when we make some more progress. Alright you guys and gals, I'll just show you this here in a minute. You can see why I had to remake one of these. Now I'm not sure if there's different models, different makes, different types of mounts, but this training mount, the transmission mount was actually offset. And this thing looked like, yeah, it looked like that. So that's why we went ahead and made us a new training cross member. Now I can use the standard style training mount instead of worrying about being able to find a specialty one. Let's see if I can grab it. Yeah, here's what it is. This mount, let's see if I can get this to work here. That mounted there, and that was in there, like so. It was all set like that. Weird, didn't like it. Yep, so that's where we're gonna leave that. All right, so let's get this thing put back together. Fire this baby up. All right, guys and gals, we're just gonna go ahead here and just start putting this baby back together. Alright guys and gals, let's get this carb plate off. Finally! We're going to stick a carburetor on this baby. Try to save you guys some of the boring stuff like putting these headers on. No, not really bad at all. Flowtech headers, for anybody that's wondering, for G-body, they fit beautiful as long as you're not using the stock shifter linkage. As far as plugs and accessibility and getting the bolts on, these are angle-headed plugs on this motor now. Before I had straight plugs on, I'll be honest, I like the straight plugs better as far as fitment. But other than that, pretty good. Let's get this plate off here and let's see what we're going to use for induction. What do you guys and gals think? Think I'll put that Edelbrock back on here? No. Fuel injection? No. We got us an 80s custom, baby. We're going to do it right. We're going to put 4-barrel Holly on this bad baby. I think it's a 570. Basically a 600 CFM. Street Warrior. Should be plenty of carb for this little setup. Electric choke, vacuum secondary. Don't want to lose that. Definitely don't want to lose that in the motor. Okay, let's get this off here. Boom. Ooh, baby. Look at that shiny goodness. She fit? Oh yeah, she fit. There we go. Got us a Holly. Alright guys and gals, we're going to finish plumbing this thing up, filling full of fluids, getting this baby ready to put the key to her and get her fired up for the first time. We'll click you back on more there. Alright guys and gals, there you go. Got this baby back together. Got a couple more things we got to do. Got our water in, got our oil in, got our power steering fluid in, got our heater hoses. Got this tranny dipstick cable. Yeah, cable. What am I talking about? Yeah, dipstick. Transmission dipstick. I got to put this in. It gets mounted to the firewall. I'm going to find a place to put that somewhere. And then, got our fuel system hooked up. Inline filter in there. Probably not the best place to put this for maintenance sake, but luckily for us, we have an off-the-shelf color. We can just touch that up when we go to change that. So, what do we got left? We got an exhaust system to put back on, converter bolts, and tranny fluid. And we're going to fire this baby up. Get her broke in, tuned in, and back out on the street as our daily driver. Here we go. We'll click you back on when we're ready to fire this baby up. you go. I told you guys and gals, this little 283 is a monster. You can hear the heart of this thing now. Woohoo, baby. Sexy truck coming out on the street here. So what we got left to do, we got a little tuning, a little more breaking in to do. We'll get this thing ironed out, and the next time you guys and gals see this, there'll be smoke flying off them back tires. You know why we do it, for the love of hot rods and horsepower. Go out there and get yourself a project. Start enjoying it. We'll catch ya on the next one.